Well, welcome once again to another Face2Face with Rockosaurus. Today we are very pleased to welcome on board South of Salem. And we have all 5 band members with us. We have Joey, we have Fish, we have Cody, we have Dee, we have Pip. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Guys, just a little bit about yourselves. I understand are you all from the Bournemouth area, or some of you migrated from elsewhere?
So yeah, not all originally, but yeah, we're all around that kind of area now. But a few of us have kind of moved around.
But it's good to see a bit of the world.
Certainly is.
So you've had 3 singles out so far. I'd like to talk a little bit about them. All 3 singles do have a theme to them as well, which is nice to see. I mean, let's start off with Let Us Pray. Where was the inspiration for that?
So we're like big fans of horror movies, and the original inspiration came from like the Purge movies. But the more and more we worked on that song and eventually the music video for that, the more real life was starting to look a little bit like a Purge film. And so it kind of gradually evolved from being about the Purge to more of a song of solidarity and kind of going against the grain, I guess.
Yeah, no, but it works. I mean, it's great. And the videos to go with it. We'll talk more about your videos in a bit. Cold Day in Hell, where did that arise from?
Cold Day was like, it was almost a joke riff that I used to play when I picked up the guitar. And I would play a band practice. Like, it was just one of those riffs where I would just like play it, and then I'd start practicing guitar or playing covers, whatever I was doing. And one day I played it at practice, and Joey was like, "What's that?" And then me and Joey met up and knocked the riffs together. I think I recorded like a good hour's worth of like just random guitar riffs that went along with it. Joey picked what he liked and put it all together. And like Joey works at the speed of light. If he like gets a hold of something, he like took the riffs away. He was like, "Oh, this is great." And then like about half a day later, there was a full song in my inbox with all the lyrics.
Good story.
It's funny because when I first saw the title, actually, I was like, "Oh, is that a cover of the old Gary Moore number?" You know. Then I listened to it. I thought, "No, this is no cover." Couldn't have been much different, really.
No, it's a little bit different. Yeah. I know the song.
It's one of my favourite from Gary Moore, to be fair. Yeah.
Top man. Yeah, it is a good one, isn't it? Had the pleasure of seeing him live once, and I wish I could have seen him more than that.
Oh yeah.
You know, but he's gone too soon, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is Gary Moore?
What's that? Sorry, I missed that bit.
How do you know?
Pip doesn't know anything about music.
Did he say
Gary Moore?
Gary Moore?
Yeah,
can we cut Pip's feed off here?
I know nothing about music at all.
Well, apparently you can play drums, so I mean that's the plus.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Demons Are Forever. I mean that's a seriously hard-hitting number. With the video that goes with it. What was the sort of thing that pushed you towards making a song about suicide?
I mean, I've always been into kind of very honest lyrics, and I think when we were starting this band, we kind of wanted the lyrics to be relatable and just honest. We didn't want to be singing about stuff that we had no idea about, and so I kind of went into quite a dark place with that song, and again was very honest about how I was feeling and things like that at that time. And then I showed it to Pip, and like he instantly got chills. I think he kind of related to the song a lot more than I thought the other band members would do, and we ended up all like relating to it, which was awesome to have that. And then that kind of just went into that not being alone kind of vibe that we had for the video. Unfortunately, I mean, the video was inspired by one of our friends passing in that manner during lockdown, and we just felt it was the right thing to do and a very fitting song for the theme.
Absolutely, beautifully done, if I may say so. I mean, it's I think most of us are certainly aware of someone who's sadly taken their own life, and it is a It is a major issue, isn't it? Let's face it.
It certainly is. Yeah, there was a lot of thought into it. We wanted to make sure that the balance was correct. For kind of obviously the mourning of people that we've lost, but also the positive message as well. And yeah, there was a lot more thought went into it than probably there seems to be. But yeah, we wanted to make sure that was really special and did the right thing.
Something that Joey did really well with that video, particularly, was finding that balance between something being an in memoriam, but also those messages of positivity and hope. Was trying to balance the two. I know it was really, really playing on Joey's mind with the first couple of edits, is what's the right mix between, you don't want it to end up being something that's completely maudlin. You want that message of that sort of uplifting side of it as well, like getting over that kind of feeling, which I think he really nailed, and the feedback to that's been incredible as well.
Absolutely. I mean,
well done, Joey.
Yeah, absolutely. That message comes across loud and clear. Yes, it's dark, but then the hope towards the end is loud and clear, and it's a great message. And great credit to you guys for putting it out there. That's absolutely something else. It was very, very moving. Very moving.
Thank you.
Okay, if you just talk about your videos for a moment. Yeah, the video for Let Us Pray. What was the thinking behind the imagery there?
So again, with Joey, Joey's kind of creative director, and when it comes to visuals and that kind of stuff.
I'm getting that impression.
Yeah, I think with our videos, it's like super important to us that like they're not made by some director or anything like that. That they're made by like Joey's does all the videos, and then like we use director and stuff, cameraman and stuff, but they are part of the creative output of the band. They're not just some extra bit that you get later.
It's one of the things that strikes me is the actual quality of the videos, and the music itself. The production values are absolutely top notch.
It's a long time coming. We've all worked on projects in the past, like with each other and with other people, and it was always that thing, like you never had enough money to put into it, or you didn't have enough time and everything, and we just really wanted to make sure there was no limitation to the music or to the creative output that we were putting out there. We wanted to make sure that we didn't have a time limit. We spent as much as things needed, and but we only have so much money between the five of us, and so we had to get creative with stuff. And I think it was just trying to nail those really strong ideas and doing simple well. And we've said previously as well, we tried, like, if we decided that normally we'd do a video with 5 people in, then we'd get 20 people on this one. We'd put that extra effort to organize more people, and it worked. And we had a lot of support from people. A lot of friends have helped us out to make those happen.
We know we're sick, but we wear it well. Got a one-way ticket straight to hell tonight. We're all damn dangerous. We got no future, baby. And we got no pain. Our only use is all the abuse. So ready, aim, annihilate. We got one night for scream ahead. Caught up in this town with the shades of red. We got one night and we're ready to play.
we've been very lucky with the people around us that have known us for a long time, a lot of them, and have really stepped up to help us make something just special, I guess, really. Yeah. It's been really, really good, you know, with the Let's Pray video. Every step of it, from the venue itself, which was fun to source the first time we were looking for something, all the way through to some of the light rigs and you know, the guys that did the lighting, and just the whole day. There was so many people around behind the scenes that were just there, you know, couple of beers and a thank you kind of job, rather than full invoice work.
Well, I must say, you know, the videos themselves certainly don't look like they've been made on a budget by any means. You know, they actually look like you've put a lot of resources into them. You know, and so you've done an incredible job with that. It's quite something. You've only got to look at the viewing figures on YouTube for them. Let's Pray, 37,000 views.
Yeah,
that's pretty good going.
That was a bit mad.
Yeah, considering that came out before we'd ever played a gig. It came out on the day of our first ever show, so yeah, it was pretty good going.
That's
we were shocked as everyone else.
Yeah, that is incredible, isn't it? Cold Day in Hell, 34,000. You know, it's okay. It's not been out quite so long, but
yeah,
that's rapid growth.
Cold Day in Hell was crazy though, because not only is that on there, like on like Facebook, it's almost at like 100,000, maybe more, and like it's just like one of those things where we released it and just people kept sharing it and they kept sharing it and they kept sharing it. It's like, it's so awesome that like something like that has happened, and it's just grown way bigger than even we thought it would be, with like 10 years of experience between us, like each, like touring and everything, connections, stuff like that. Like if you write a good song, people want to listen to it.
Well, absolutely.
We should have done it years ago, really.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the new wave of classic rock have certainly taken you to their hearts as well. I think that's probably helped considerably, hasn't it?
Those guys have been awesome. Jeremy and everyone over at the New Wave of Classic Rock page on Facebook have just been incredibly supportive, and they've really helped, you know, boost us up. I think it was either Helen or Jody, I think, that added us in there, and then that whole scene has just embraced it really well. And I've found a load of new bands out of there as well, which are bands I actually know the names of people in. I've rediscovered that actually I quite like things that aren't Radio 4 or Norwegian death metal.
Yeah.
It's a crazy Facebook group though. The fact that group has grown to a point where it almost is forming this like genre of itself. It's absolutely insane, and they're so encouraging as well. Like whenever you read it, even if you read the things they when they talk about other bands, like they're such an encouraging like group of people. We're very honoured that they've let us in, as it were.
Absolutely. I mean, I know quite a lot of the admins of the group myself, and yeah, they've got the passion for music. Yeah. I mean, I think it's grown out of all proportion than they ever expected. I mean, the speed that just took off was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And people check that page. That Facebook group has become its own sort of. It started as like obviously a smaller thing a few years ago, and it's, if anything, it's bigger, and there are more engagements on there than there are on things like the Classic Rock Facebook page, the actual magazine one. It's just become this. People
in bands talk about that page. Like we work with other people in other bands, and they talk about that page. Like it is so important to the scene right now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they've done hundreds of invites to similar spin-offs that have obviously spawned from the same idea.
It's great. It's great. People just really still love music that much, and they want to hear it and they want to share it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things about being in a band is finding an engaged audience where you can put your own things out, but you're also engaging with other musicians, and it's all the right type of people. That are in the same sort of mindset, the same sort of genre, and the same sort of levels as well. Which is just, I haven't had that since MySpace. Like finding somewhere where people connect in that way that's what that New Wave Classic Rock page has really done. It's great.
I mean, I just could not believe the sort of followers they were picking up
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think they've. I don't know whether they still welcome new members in the way that they used to. Posted because I think the list will be so phenomenally long.
It is. It's brilliant. I saw one recently actually. There were two. Jeremy does the welcome to the New Wave of Classic Rock page, and he tags everybody into it, and then other people can also comment and say, "Oh, welcome! You know, I'll check this out. Oh, you're going to really like it here." And it did one again from a band point of view. There was a recent post on there which is for fan pages. So fan pages of other bands. You know, I commented on there. You know, everyone here is welcome to join the Coven, which is our page. But just seeing, you know, so many people sharing all these different fan pages. With those kind of groups, you'd normally expect them to be a bit like, no, these are our members. We're not going to let them go anywhere else. We want them here. Yeah. But they're so sharing and welcoming with everybody else. It's a really weird thing nowadays, but it's really cool.
Yeah, well, I think the current sort of situation as well globally has made us look for other avenues to establish contact with people, and thank God for it, you know, because I think it would have been in a pretty sorry state had we not had the facility for doing this kind of thing, and connecting through social media. I think there'd have been a lot more loneliness, wouldn't there?
Yeah,
absolutely. And as you say, like learning how to use Zoom and learning how to be online has been a huge challenge for us originally, because none of us were particularly active on social medias and apart from our own sort of personal pages, and you're learning how to have band meetings and band chats using things like Zoom and Facebook chats. And I mean, we did a music video during the first lockdown for Made to Be Mine, done exactly like this way, which is it's opened up another channel.
The closest I got to a video chat was sort of on WhatsApp, you know. But
you accidentally press the camera button. You're like, oh god,
that's right. And it's always when you're sitting on the carsy as well, isn't it?
Joey keeps doing that. Every now and then we just get an invite band video chat, and it's like, is it Joey? Yeah, I'm not answering that. Right?
Yeah, maybe by accident. Yeah. I'm not on the carsy.
Your heart's not beating, and the scars you cannot hide. You're a little bit colder since you were from the other side. I know we can make this work, it's just a matter of time. 'Cause you were made to be mine.
Coming back to videos, do you have a date for the next video that you're going to drop? Has it been recorded? Have you actually made the video yet? What's the situation there?
The second lockdown has kind of got in the way.
We have done something.
Planning on kind of filming some stuff, but we've got plans. We're definitely planning some stuff, but just it all depends on the lockdown over here and how it affects the timing of everything.
Yeah, we're releasing another video on Saturday on Facebook. It's another lockdown. I said before, we did the acoustic version of Made to Be Mine via this sort of Zoom medium.
Yeah, the video's Joey, the audio's me.
Yeah, so like it's all done as a thing, and then it like has to be split up and put back together to be like decent quality. So
yeah, the new one's even more has gone into the new one. So like it'll be like that, but 2.0. So yeah, should be even cool.
Practice makes perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. We only need, if we get another 10 more lockdowns, we'll do like the full album and bonus tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not. Okay, let's not.
No.
Hopefully not. Can't wait to play.
I just want to get back to it. We've had so much that we've sort of penciled in, and then it's been moved, and then it's been moved, and then it's been moved, and now it's just a case of just waiting to see. But one of the difficulties
when they release that vaccine, mate, I'm just going to run around the street injecting people with it.
Oh, that's it. Come on!
Make sure everybody gets it. I want to start playing.
It's going to be really difficult this next year, because one of the things that I've been finding with trying to book shows is there are so many shows from this year that have been rescheduled. Like we were hoping to, before all this shit happened with COVID, was this will be our release year. We'll get to tour the record. We'll do UK, maybe Europe a little bit, and then next year we'll then start looking at getting onto the festivals and that side of it. But because the lineups have moved to next year,
it's put us back a whole year. Like.
Yeah, so now we're fucking ready to go and get this done.
Yeah.
And, you know,
we're trying to get on like small festivals in 2022, and they're like, "Oh, it's fully booked, mate." That's all right.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. I'll play first band on the smallest stage at Download next to the fucking toilets. They don't even have to be in the tent. Dude, I just want to play. We're in touch with so many of the booking agents and the festivals, and they're all really nice and they're all really genuine because this year South of Salem has launched and it's become this entity that we never even expected it to this level. So we're talking to people and it's like, God, the festivals, we want you on here, but we just don't have a slot. And it's like, well, if you know, we're sort of on the waiting list in case another band can't make it or pull out. But you know, obviously we don't want to wish ill on other bands either. So it's like, it's a bit of a weird dead man's shoe situation, which just isn't how the music community works, and it's very difficult.
Well, I see the murder in your eyes, but after all the things you said and done, I still know that you're the one. This toxic love is killing me, but I can't see you're my pretty little nightmare. Got everybody running scared. Well, I don't care if you're alive, I just want you for tonight. Whoa, whoa, you're my pretty little nightmare.
It's one of the good things about this band that I've not really had in a band before ever, is that everybody's kind of got their department, if you like. Like Joey does all the visuals, so Joey edits all our music videos, and all the content you see, Joey puts it all together himself. You know, Cody runs all the socials, Fish does all of the sound engineering, so the album is Scott Atkins, all of this, and fixes everything that breaks.
Which is everything.
Yeah. He looks after all the sort of actual real life grown up business stuff, and myself and Gordon look after bookings, which I've not been very busy recently, to be honest with you. It's
well, I can't be why.
I've had quite a chilled out year, to be fair.
And Dee does like all of our merch and all of our posting out, which is insane at the moment, but which is a good thing, obviously. But he's in charge of that. It's a good team, good little unit we've got going.
Yeah, no, it's great that you've sort of like departmentalised everything like that. And you're not fighting over it. So. No, because I believe you've got some new merch just been released, some hoodies and stuff.
Dee, yes,
your moment. Yeah, we got some so new hoodies. So we got some new hoodies. They're looking pretty cool, like zip up ones, a big back coffin on the back, and South of Salem on the front. Some patches. We've got like a Ramones style patch, and like a sort of the back coffin patch as well, and like a new little badge set. So some nice little stocking fillers in there.
I'm going to buy a hoodie myself. I never really wear merch of my own band because it kind of feels a bit weird and self-aggrandizing. Not that I don't have an ego at all, so it's very strange for me.
No, definitely not.
Be self-promoting in any way. But I know
they don't sound too conventional.
No.
I'm fully.
This one, I love the hoodie design. It's such a classic band hoodie. I'm going to wear one. I'm going to wear it to death, and I'm going to have to pay for it as well.
If you wear it as much as that thing that you're wearing now, which you've worn for every day for the last 12 years since I've known you.
It's more patches than elbows now. You look at this. So this black bit, that's the original lining of the wool. And I've washed it so many times over the years that the wool has shrunk back to here.
I'm just wondering where his hat and the old glove with the blades and all that.
That's it.
I've got a hat here.
No, Pip, no.
No.
Pip. Oh, we all thought that was
too early. It's too early.
Cool.
Way too early for Christmas stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I know the love hurts, but I just
I don't like to get into genres, particularly in subgenres. However, now you guys, when I first heard you guys, I would have put you in the slot of melodic hard rock. Now, would you find that an accurate description, or would it insult you?
Dee, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I think it's quite an accurate description. There's strong melodies there, and we're quite like sort of heavy hard rock. So I'd say that was a pretty good pigeonhole.
I'm very glad to hear you say that, because one of my bones of contention is that melodic hard rock, melodic rock full stop, hasn't been getting a fair hearing, certainly in the UK, for a long time. You know, there's not been enough of it played. If you go over to Germany, for instance, they absolutely lap it up. You know, the crowds go mad for it. And yet,
Love Germany.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys would absolutely blow them away over there without question. I went to the Heat Festival in Ludwigsburg last November, December, which is very much melodic rock throughout, and the crowds there are just insane, absolutely insane. The first band on gets the same sort of reception as the headliners.
Amazing.
That's how good it is. But I see you guys actually spearheading that drive back to melodic rock in the UK. It's in your hands now.
Yeah. No, we'd love to lead the charge on that, definitely.
Yeah.
You're right, though, with genres. I mean, Germany, really, in my experience, it's pretty much just the UK and America that have this complete schism in all these little pigeonholes, and everything has to fit perfectly in one or the other. And, you know, Germany, it's rock music, and rock music could mean Motorhead or Iron Maiden. Rock music could mean Cradle of Filth. It could mean South of Salem. It could mean Nickelback. It's all just rock music.
Yeah.
Which is great. it's
absolutely.
Yeah, as opposed to, like, where do we fit in, you know, in which space is it? You know, we've played in extreme metal bands, and we played in horror punk bands, and we've played in hardcore bands and death metal bands, but now it's just rock music, and there's bits of everything in there, and it's.
I mean, you guys have got a nod to the past, but it's very fresh and very up to date, very current, and that's the fact you're getting airplay on Planet Rock. It's a big plus.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much. It's been incredible. Really like surprising, and we could not thank them enough. And yeah, but I mean, everyone's hitting the nail on the head. I mean, that's exactly like the kind of discussions that we were having when we were starting this band. We knew what we wanted to do, and like one of the main things is like, yeah, we wanted to have a nod to our influences that are very much based in that kind of 80s hard rock kind of vibe, but we didn't want to be another kind of 80s band. We're not an 80s band, you know, we're in the now, so we wanted to modernize everything, and everybody, like from yourselves to Planet Rock to the reviewers and everything, they've all said the same thing. They've all really picked up on that, the influence from the 80s, but bringing that kind of fresh modern sound to the whole thing. So it's great that people are picking up on that and enjoying it.
Absolutely. I mean, with that sort of okay, let's call it an 80s vibe. It's not really the modern 80s vibe, should we call it?
Yeah.
Once we actually get a chance to get out there, play live, which songs are you most looking forward to playing live, and, you know, with crowd participation?
I think Cold Day in Hell, just because it seems to be like on Spotify and everywhere, it's become the most popular. So it's now, I just want to, like, we played in Southampton, the social distancing show before the second lockdown in the UK. And the people, like, it was a whole room full of people singing back a song that we'd written to us, which, like, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, especially after we'd just gone through lockdown, and it like felt like things might be about to move backwards. Just to see a full room of people singing that song back to us, like, I'd do that every day for the rest of my life. I'd be a happy man.
It's all I want to do. That's it.
But yeah, for me, Cold Day, because of that.
Any of you got a difference of opinion on that?
I really love playing Let Us Pray. So Let Us Pray for me, I think, because it's got that kind of definitely not a drum solo intro. And the same thing right at the end of that track when it's the call and answer, the we pray nobody will survive, and that side of things. We've only played 2 shows with these songs, and the first time watching the video back, see, my view is a bit different from everybody else because I can generally only see the back of D because he just stands right in the middle in front of me. But watching people from the first show that obviously heard it that day, and it was crazy how many people had already learned the lyrics and was shouting.
It came out at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. the day of our first gig, and by the evening they all knew the lyrics.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the lockdown again. I was watching some of the videos that were being put on the Coven page where people who were there and were, like, you know, filming it and posting it for people who couldn't be there to watch. And, you know, you can't hear us over them singing along to it. And it's just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
That must be such a buzz as performers to get that feedback from the audience and so quickly. That must be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine's Cold Day in Hell as well. I love singing that song, and yeah, hearing people sing back as well.
Yeah. What about you, Fish? Any other ideas?
There's No Plague at the moment. It's very anthemic.
Yeah, No Plague is really good fun to play as well, actually.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get back into what's our favourite song again now.
Yeah. For me, it's Made to Be Mine. Made to Be Mine's for, like, to play on the bass. I mean, that's my favourite song. And it gives you some, like, wiggle room to move about and sort of explore the stage.
Strut your stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any other tracks on the album which have been influenced by movies or things that have happened to you in life or anything like that?
Yeah, we had like all of the songs to have some kind of meaning. I mean, I'm really big into like my horror films and stuff, and so I tend to put like a horror twist on everything because sometimes that can give like a kind of an artistic vibe to something that I want to say, or it can sometimes mask the exact meaning of something that I'm trying to say, and open it to interpretation to other people. So we don't like to tell people what we're singing about, really. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is emotions. And Made to Be Mine is kind of about a relationship is kind of on the rocks and they're trying to fix it kind of thing, but it's done in a kind of Frankenstein-esque vibe. So I really like kind of the old original kind of Frankenstein story. And yeah, so I kind of did this kind of Made to Be Mine where it's like Made to Be Mine as in I want to be with you forever, but Made to Be Mine also is like you're made up of parts to be mine. So it was kind of like, I like doing kind of little play on words that kind of give everything a double meaning.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. I like that. Yeah.
But I do like people to find their own meaning, so I'm not going to delve too deep into exactly what.
No.
It's one of the really nice things. You can speak to sort of 10 different people, and they'll tell you the songs about 10 different things, which is something Joey's very good with the lyrics for. Is again, God, I'm complimenting Joey too much. It makes me feel weird.
We all know you love me.
Well, you know. Is that kind of, there's a lot in there that people can take and attach to their own experiences in life, especially some of the things that Joey talks about and writes about, which are, it's a different twist on some of the more negative aspects, but from a grounded point of view, from a survivor's perspective almost, or you're not alone. Again, going back to the whole point of Demons of Forever, is there's a lot of songs out there about loss, and there's a lot of songs out there about feeling suicidal, but there's not really that much out there about how to deal with these things that you're going through, and so you don't feel alienated by them. It's something that's really, really clever in the lyrics, and that there is this surface level of puns as well to it, which sort of all links in, and it's a lot of them have depth, and I completely understand what Joe's saying. People will get they'll link their own experiences, the Jean-Paul Sartre, we're all of us nothing more than some of our own experiences, to every part of it, which is cool. I couldn't do it because I just write about snow-capped forests and corpse paint.
Actually, that's the title of the next album.
Just written it for you.
Plane tickets to Norway for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. No, I mean, it's an interesting way you put that. That let people take their own meanings. Touched on social media at some length. Can you tell people where they can find you?
So we're available at South of Salem Official on Facebook, South of Salem Official on Instagram, and South of Salem 1 on Twitter. And you can find Facebook. We have, we post all the time, but on Facebook you'll find our videos, and you'll find them on YouTube as well, obviously. But there's like little individual videos that we put up. We're going to put up this Saturday the acoustic version of one of our songs, and you'll find like little original bits like that on the Facebook, and as well loads of behind the scenes photos on Instagram. So there's a bit of something for everybody. And southofsalem.com. And if you want to know, where we're going to be in the future once they let us out, you'll be able to find that on all of those socials.
And the Coven as well on Facebook.
Yeah.
So last Friday, Dee did a Q&A on Facebook with our sort of the Coven group. I don't want to say fan page. It's just like-minded people who like the music and are cool people.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. So the Facebook is kind of like the more professional page, the official Facebook page, and then the Coven is more us behind the music,
behind the scene. It's like a community there, the Coven. It's like a load of like-minded people. Like if you're into rock music, you can come and join, chat with everybody. Like it's a great place to hang out.
Yeah,
I am a member.
Nice.
That's it.
And I've discovered the Coven on New Wave of Classic Rock. So
amazing.
There's a nice thing.
Nice. Excellent. The Coven's not specifically entirely south of Salem either. It's just people more than the band. I mean, I shared Alcino's band because they're bloody brilliant. But it's Joe, look at Joey, like, sharing someone else.
I don't mind. I've been asked for help on a few things from some of the members of the Coven as well.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a cool community. You should come and hang out, everybody.
Well, guys, South of Salem, I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys have been real fun to talk to. Thank you very much.
You too, buddy. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Brachiosaurus.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
See you on the other side.
See you later.
See you soon.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
You're not, are you? There's always one.
Can I please have a Rockosaurus t-shirt? Because I want to cut the sleeves off it and wear it on stage.